What's going on, traders? This is Jack with the Trading Tribe. Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a quick video recapping some of my best trades last week where I was able to pull out about $12,000 trading NQ and ES essentially back to all-time highs or back to close to all-time highs. You'll notice here on my TrazeZella platform, you can see I got in on NASDAQ in this case into this kind of recovery, and then I scaled out as NASDAQ started kind of topping out around 22,000. Very similarly on ES, I did the very same thing. So if I go to the ES trade, right, I made 6,500 on this side, doing almost the same strategy, right, where ES did pull back. As it pulled back, that's where I did enter, and then obviously entered again, added, and then during that turn, that's where I ended up selling the position. So very, very similar trades on both, very similar profit factors on both as well. They're both really nice, like 2-to-1 type trades. If we look at like the P&L curve for both, right, really, really steady swing trades where started right at about flat, and then as the trade progressed, it was a pretty smooth curve where I just was basically in the money. And then over time, obviously the market turned around, and so I ended up cutting it for a little bit less profit than expected, but really, really nice outcome here with about 12K in profits on both. Here are my executions as well. So you can see I entered in with multiple contracts, and then I sold both contracts together on the NASDAQ side. And then with ES, very similarly, I ended up purchasing 3 contracts, kind of scaling in as ES began moving higher, and then cut all 3 trades once ES topped out as well. This is one of my favorite trades. I'm actually doing it again right now as we speak, and I'm up about $800. We'll see how this trade goes, but the trade we're really looking at was last week, this kind of bounce up. And I'll do this typically on ES when we're in a bull market, where when we have these big pullbacks like we did back in November, right, I will basically wait to see where this market starts kind of bottoming, and I'll typically try to catch that bounce back near all-time highs. And this can offer some really, really nice profit potential like it did in November. I did the same thing last week, and this move ended up paying that $12,000 on the NASDAQ and ES market. It was pretty similar. Both markets took a pretty big plunge mid-December. I basically just waited, right, for this engulfing big, big, big green candle to attack it. And then I ended up scaling out once this market kind of turned around up near the 6,100 on ES. So hopefully this helps. This is kind of how I will swing trade these moves back to all-time highs. I'll typically try to wait till they do start holding some of these major moving averages, and then I'll use the shorter term time frames to get in and out. But I really just try to capture most of this recovery back to all-time highs. Typically it does go back to all-time highs, so I was actually aiming for like 15,000 on these 2 trades, but ended up right topping out a little bit early, and that's why the profit was a little lower than expected. Hopefully this helps kind of show how I've done this. I have a bunch of videos on my channel breaking down similar trades because again, we've taken this setup in the group about 6 times this year, so plenty of practice. We've had nice pullbacks pretty much all year long. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those down below though in the comment section. Also like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We have an action-packed 2025 planned, so really excited to bring more content to the group. Thanks everyone.